Yeah, Emily's bad-minded side keeps showing more and more. Watch this.
Yeah, hear about it and help them. Give them,
What advice would you give them pre-honeymoon, knowing what you know now? Prepare for the honeymoon stage because it will end.
No, I mean, as long as their feelings are still the same, then the honeymoon stage may never end.
Yeah, she would not be invited to my wedding. Hey y'all, it's your captain for all things creative coming at you with the Married at First Sight Season 17, Episode 14 review. If you are new, welcome. Thank you for checking us out. Be sure to like and especially to subscribe. And if you're returning, thank you so much for rocking with us. Let us get back into this episode. So, as you could see on the wedding day, Michael did not have the signature glow up haircut that we saw debut on After Party last week. So, again, my theory is that Chloe helped him get his look together even more. And actually, this whole wedding gave me good vibes. So, I am cheering for them. And you see at the beginning of the episode that the only couple that couldn't be there for them, which they said before, would be Becca and Austin because they were traveling to his grandparents' house. And he looked like he is being held hostage. He looks so sad. And Becca looks so happy. I just don't think these two have a future. But again, the main focus was Michael and Chloe getting married. And as you could see in the picture, he had a little pink suit on. And when I saw his pink suit, I immediately thought of Chloe wanting to wear that pink wedding dress, but then she opted for the traditional dress just to make sure that the day wasn't about her. But they would have perfectly matched if she had went with her initial feeling, wore that pink dress. So I thought that it was cute that, they were getting ready and they both kind of had the same thought to wear pink. It was very, very destiny feeling. And then you see Orion and them getting ready, and I was a little vexed when I saw Orion on the screen again. But then Claire, her face was beat for the wedding. As you can see, she looked really, really nice, but she was annoying me all episode with all the advice she called herself giving when she could not apply any of that advice to her treatment of Cameron. And then you see Chloe again saying that, she wants Michael to authentically be himself when she's talking to her bridesmaids and whatnot. And then when he's getting ready, Michael gets a visit from Orion and Brennan. And they, to me, gave Michael bad advice. I don't want their bad energy rubbing off on him. But surprisingly, actually, Brennan tried to come in with good vibes. And Orion came in with false vibes, as we'll talk about later. So then also they exchange gifts before they, say their vows, and Michael gives Chloe some kind of gold and diamond jewelry from Tiffany. I saw the blue bag and I said, oh, okay, he's trying to impress. And then she got him confidence that he was like, I'm determined to wear these, even if it doesn't match. So again, his style was shining through and he was willing to clash for love. And it was a very beautiful ceremony. In their vows, we find out that Chloe really, really likes dogs and should be rescuing them all the time. And her friend says she got a good body. And Michael's friend says he's all wise and caring. And they're actually both animal lovers because Michael has 2 cats with smushed faces, apparently. So again, they really seem like a good match after all. And after the vows, and like before the reception, like I guess when they're taking photos and just trying to toast in between, you see the other couples meet with Michael and Chloe after the ceremony. And before Michael and Chloe show up, you see Emily with her passive aggressive self talking about she thought that there'd be a little more stronger reaction. Everybody else was like, no, they had good chemistry. And I think Emily's definitely projecting all her bad feelings, onto the couple. She would not have been invited to my wedding. Because all that bad energy, a bad eye, we call it, it's not healthy. It's not good. And she's not in a good place to celebrate with others, clearly, because she's, really over what Brennan's doing. And surprisingly, Brennan was the more positive one the whole day, Chloe says that she knew Michael was her person when she saw his little pink suit. And she said the whole wedding photos process felt really comfy since he kept holding her hand. You could see him checking in with her. It was all really sweet. And then I guess, most dramatic part of the episode was when Orion, or Onion as they call him on Twitter, tried to, sneak and slither his way next to Lauren while she was trying to eat. And I don't know how she was able to swallow her food, but she championed through the scene. And Orion was asking how she was, and I'm glad she told him that, she has no animosity towards him. She's got a bird's eye view of everything. And he basically triggered past relationship hurt in her, but now she's doing so well. And then he said he's in therapy now, which is great. And he says he finally realized his stubbornness, thank God. And then he said, he just realized that he truly did not want to be in a verbally abusive relationship with yelling because of his childhood trauma. But then before it got to be, an indictment against her, he made sure he clarified that. He does not think that she was verbally abusive to him, but he did say in the past he did not like her yelling at him when she was calling him out. But he also acknowledges that him telling her that she felt him as a wife was hurtful. And they basically get closure. And then it culminated with him asking for a hug. And then when that snake asked for a hug, I was hoping Laura would say, no, I'm good. But she actually gave him a hug. And then on After Party, Lauren said that Orion was indeed a snake and two-faced because he was different to her on and off camera. And as you could see during, the reception when they were eating, when the cameras were there, he was nice to her. And then she said when the group went out to a bar after the wedding, Orion was standoffish and he wasn't talking to her and cold. And she said Brennan was also standoffish, but she wasn't surprised by Brennan being that way because she saw that him and Emily vibes were off. And then on the after party, Lauren also admitted that she had wanted to say no to Orion when he asked for the hug, but she was going along with the good vibes of the day. And then her and Keisha talked about, not having unforgiveness in her heart. And that it was ultimately good that she hugged him. And then, I warmed up to the hug after the fact since I also believe in forgiveness. But I don't believe in forgiving and forgetting because, if you have good sense and the Holy Ghost, you don't let people that hurt you have too much access to you even after you forgive. It's like fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice. Like, it's not good for you to give that access. So in my culture, we say you feed people with a long spoon, that have crossed you. And so you interact with them only in safe ways. So I just hope it's the last time we see Orion. And I hope he doesn't try to worm his way into Lauren's life since his pattern is always messing things up after Lauren thinks they're good. And from what she said at the bar, I don't think he is going to come around, but for the cameras, he might do something. Next, you see all the old couples interacting with, the wedding guests. And first, Brennan and Orion, they also said that they miss Michael. And again, Claire called herself giving Chloe advice. After Chloe did wonder aloud why the experts didn't match her to Michael right away, which is a great question. So I think the couples were being matched for mess and drama, but now they realized they messed up and went too far. So they did, pick a good match this time. And then Michael asked Brennan and Orion if the hardest part of, their marriage journey was facing big obstacles or lots of little ones. But then they basically told him to run his own race and not compare. And then the girls also fulfill their word to vouch for Michael since Claire explains what a good guy he is. And they basically give Chloe similar advice to the guys about it being their journey. And then you see Claire call Cameron on the phone after feeling all the love in the air at the wedding. And he pays her dust by not picking up the phone as he should. And I really think that Claire needs to go to therapy if she's not already in it to deal with the aftermath of this, wedding and separation because She was delusionally talking about how her and Cameron have such a beautiful friendship connection. They're just gonna be better and better best friends. And I know Cameron definitely did not sign up for that. And the way his heart is set up with, not needing to beat too fast or get excited, she needs to not linger around him like a bugaboo because he's gonna do like Destiny Child and put her number on the call block and tell AOL make her email stop. And that friend zone hovering is only gonna remind him of their breakup, and it could stress him out as he recovers from his surgery for real. So she needs to stop. Then you also see Michael's other friends, the non-married at first sight friends, like his true friends from back in the day, test Chloe about how she will react to him buying like $1,000 shoes. And she reiterates that she's a minimalist, so material things don't bring her joy. But if Michael finds joy from his little $1,000 shoes, she'll let him have it. And then Michael's going around the wedding telling everyone who will listen how he got stood up at the altar last time. And then Chloe tells Michael's friend that she doesn't want to give birth, but she wants to adopt. And I got a little worried there for a second. So I was like, wait, what if Michael wants to have kids and these experts were on BS again for drama? Thankfully, Michael is also okay with whatever his partner wants and is totally open to fostering kids. That was really good. And then Emily being messy again. You see in that clip at the beginning of the video, the scene that really made me see Emily's negative side. So Emily and Brandon are talking, and Emily was making negative jokes at the wedding, talking about how the honeymoon period will end eventually for Michael and Chloe. But Brandon, stood up for the good vibes of the day and says, maybe the honeymoon vibes will never end. And he did ask her to keep good vibes only. But then we see Emily drunk dancing, just looking real sloppy. And then you see Brandon watching her being sloppy at the wedding. He got his hands in his pocket just from a distance, judging. And then you hear him say, I'm ready to go. So when Brennan said he was ready to leave for the night, I think he means not only to leave the wedding, but also to exit very quickly from his marriage since he truly does not see it for Emily. So then the couple goes back to their hotel room and Michael carries Chloe over the threshold into their honeymoon suite. And I was impressed that he had that little strength and that he had on this little vest with his muscles and tattoos popping out. And I was like, okay, he's trying to tempt her, and he helps her, unbutton her dress. She takes off her makeup and asks him to come a little and out loud says, hey, don't try to tempt me, as they kiss and giggle in bed. But they were given cute. They were given like the couples decided not to hate because the vibes were great. So right now, Michael and Chloe are my number one couple. Austin and Becca, they're runner-ups, but I don't see the vibes going well for them. And all the other couples are dumpster fires, but they're going to give us drama, especially that Brendan and Emily. So put your, thoughts on the wedding in the comments. At first, I was a little annoyed we was getting a wedding again this late in the game, but it was cute. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, you're the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. Bye.